There I am. The crew and I are honoring heroes from a distance.
Yes!
Holy cow, Jenna!
It's RTF. Oh my God!
Oh my.
At home.
I like giving major awards. That's my thing. You know, giving you.
We got major awards. You got a MicroWorks trailer hitch. You got an Emmy. Here's one of my favorites. This is a paddle and a trident.
I thought that's what it was.
Right. It's the Seal Family Foundation. This is a foundation that takes care of families of SEALs, not the animals, but, you know, the Navy SEALs who don't make it back. And we did some work with them a couple of years ago. And one day a guy came by the office and gave me a trident.
Wow.
I like to think you walk around your house with that thing. Just like your bathrobe and your trident.
It's how I answer the door now.
That lends us perfectly into this week because this is going to be a Veterans Day episode, right? And so many of us have so many people in our lives who we know have served and have served in other, even more domestic roles, even some law enforcement roles, that all of those things are sacrifices. But before we dive into all of that, all of us at Returning the Favor cannot get enough of veteran stories.
We're a sucker for it. We can't help it.
We can't help it. And I think we've done almost 13, 14 episodes of veterans. So this is a subject matter that's really near and dear to all of our hearts at RTF.
I mean, if you're right, if we've done a dozen or so, why don't we put together like a montage and just power through all of that right now? Can we do that?
Here we go. Travis Mills Foundation, Denver K-9, Operation Build Up, Downriver for Veterans, Make a Vet Sweat, Combat Flags, It's My Warrior's Place, Pin Up for Vets, Operation Combat Bike Saver, Swamp Apes, Operation Noble Cause, My Brother Vinny, and yet again, Operation Combat Bike Saver.
Woo! A sweet 13.
You can't do a show called Returning the Favor and not acknowledge first responders. And the ultimate first responders, of course, are the people who are over there carrying our water.
So for a special Veterans Day episode, we are going to be honoring an incredible veteran organization called Operation Reboot Outdoors, founded by a gentleman named Dan Waite, who is a 2-tour Army combat veteran. He toured in Afghanistan and Iraq right during the onset of 9/11. He is a veteran who also personally suffers with TBI, traumatic brain injuries. So in the past 3 years of them forming this organization, they have served over 300 veterans, active military, and law enforcement officers.
Reboot Outdoors, that's great, because we've talked before about this whole idea that, you know, you don't just go into the service cold, you go through boot camp. What is the process to prepare you for re-entering civilian life? That there is no reverse boot camp. This sounds like it comes close, a reboot. So why don't we meet this guy?
All right, here's the tape.
What's up, brother? Got here just in time for the afternoon hunt. My name is Dan Waite. I'm the founder of Operation Reboot Outdoors. Operation Reboot Outdoors is a nonprofit veteran-run organization. We have a bunch of Maine guides that bring out veterans, LEOs, and active service members hunting and fishing for free. Why don't you go down there about 100 yards, cut in on one of the chutes. Someone come right in one of these chutes up here. I've been doing this for 3 years, pretty hardcore. I served in the United States Army right out of high school. I've done one tour in Afghanistan and one tour in Iraq where I had a non-direct hit from an IED and I got TBI and also severe PTSD. I got sent to Walter Reed for approximately 3 months. During my therapy, other veterans would spend time together, would play poker, just hang out and talk about stuff. And I'd tell stories of Maine and growing up and how I used to hunt and fish. They make them curious and they'd like to come to Maine and see what it was like. That's how the idea came in my head, but I still was struggling with issues of transitioning from being a soldier, going 100 miles an hour to the civilian life. And Operation Reboot Outdoors was kind of just put on the back burner until I got the courage enough to face myself and say I needed to do this and make a difference for my brothers and sisters. What we do in the springtime is we have what we call smelting. We go catch our bait fish. And fly fishing starts then. We do offshore fishing. Then we do striped bass fishing down in the ocean. Then we go straight into prepping for bear season, then a moose season right after bear, and then grouse, waterfowl. We do geese and duck hunts. Then we go straight into deer season. Then we go into muzzleloaded season. Then we go straight to ice fishing, then it goes right back to smelting season. So it's all year round, nonstop. My strong suits is everything, of course. No, like I'm good at turkey hunting. Turkey hunting's fun. We had one veteran who was a Coast Guard vet. He showed up for the hunt. He started getting emotional and crying, and I thought he was upset because he harvested an animal and took a life, but he said that's not it. He goes, I can't believe that I've waited this long to get out and try to find people like you and have an awesome time like this. I've missed 15 years. My absolute goal is to provide the best experience for our veterans, LEOs, and active service members and help out as much veterans as I can. God, shut this, I can't do it. The COVID-19 has really affected the sports we help out here. Our machines are beat up. Side-by-sides are very big for us. We could probably use another one of those because that one's 2014 and it's already blown one engine. We've had that repaired. But you know what? We'll make do with what we got, but we ain't gonna stop because we don't have it. We are non-stop working and making sure that these guys have the experience of their life.
Good man. He had to help himself first.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't swoop in like Florence Nightingale to, tend to the wounded birds. He's a wounded bird. He's got to get his poop in a group, and then he can be of use to other people.
I'm going back to poop in a group. Never heard that before, Mike.
Along with being occasionally interesting, I do aspire to rhyme from time to time.
In case you found yourself in Maine and wanted to partake, they offer a lot of other activities that are just in nature, because even just being out in a bubbling brook, like getting yourself, because I think a lot of the antidote is really getting people back in the present.
It's a babbling brook.
Babbling.
What did you say it was?
A bubbling brook.
Well,
be in that brook.
When you see a brook that's bubbling,
Get out.
walk away. There's something in there creating the bubbles. But a babbling brook is kind of cheery and nice. Great.
So obviously he serves every type of veteran, active, military, and law enforcement officer, from able-bodied to differently bodied. And so when they need a very effective, reliable way to transport people around their massive, rugged terrain, and they have this 2014 beat-up side-by-side. And so we thought, with the help of Mom's North Country Power Sports, delivered from New Hampshire, from their neighboring state, we are gifting him with a souped-up 2020 Ranger Crew 1000 side-by-side to the tune of $20,000.
Awesome.
So, Mike, our insider for this week is Dan's wife, Nicole. And she is standing by at her neighbor's driveway with our side-by-side, and we're going to go to her, find out a little bit about Dan, and then she's going to help us. Let's check in with Dan's wife, Nicole.
What are the odds the phone is sideways?
Oh, hello?
2%.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Hi, Nicole.
Should I not be sideways? I heard you say, what are the odds the phone is sideways?
It's an ongoing bet we have. Like right now, you're vertical and sideways. So if you turn the phone and then put it back, you'll go sideways, and then we'll all be. That's not bad. That's better. That's it.
There we go. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. And thank you for helping us out with this. Obviously, we're in a strange time and we can't produce this show without some friends on the ground. So you've been drafted.
Well, thank you. It's an honor.
Nicole, we've done a lot of these types of stories, and we've featured a lot of people who were changed by combat and had to readjust, hit the reset button, reboot, etc. Right. But I always feel like we don't do a great job of asking the spouse, what is it like for you to see your man come home different than he was when he left? And what is your real role in helping him get righted?
I've heard a lot of spouses say that their person comes home a different person. And so it's kind of understanding that if they didn't change after what they've been through, I think that would be more alarming. So just being a support system Sometimes it's reminding him to get out of bed, or today's your day to do this, that, and the other. So it's a lot of reminding, and I'm the person who just kind of keeps everything on an even keel, because little things are big things with people with PTSD. If it weren't for Reboot, he probably would stay home a lot. He wouldn't get out. He certainly wouldn't talk to the amount of people that he does. This has probably been the most impactful as far as his healing process goes.
Terrific. Tell me about the side-by-side. That's what we're going to be giving him?
Yeah. This will allow us to bring 5 veterans out hunting and fishing. This will have a huge impact on all of the recreational activities that we do.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. All right, Sarah. Well, what's the plan?
So this is a true to scale map. We have Nicole, who is with our side-by-side across the street at a neighbor's house. And we'll develop a code word, as we normally do when you're talking with Dan. And that will cue Nicole is going to come ripping across the lawn in this thing. Honestly, Nicole, you never get to drive these things, do you?
They never let me drive. And so this will probably be the one and only chance I have. So I'm going to make it worth it.
You make it count.
All right, Sarah, what's your code word?
Is there anything that Dan yells, or something that they have for like a battle cry that's sort of a camaraderie thing?
He always says, reboot, assemble.
Reboot, assemble?
Yes.
Got it. That'll be it.
Okay.
That's great.
Well, let's go to Dan. Nicole, we'll just chat for 5 minutes or so. I will say reboot, assemble at some point. As soon as you hear that, you'll be cued and come in guns blazing.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Have fun.
See you soon.
So, Mike, in an effort to get the biggest impact of Dan meeting you, Sarah and I were thinking that we would first say hi to Dan, make sure his screen's not all messed up, that we can hear him, and then we're going to say, hey, Dan, hold on one second. We'll go black. You'll come in.
I love it. Oh, and you know what? Under my bed, I have a ceremonial sword that was delivered to me by a Marine. I know you would think I'm crazy. I'm going to bring it down here. So now I got my trident and my sword. Right back.
You got it.
What? That's going to be great. All right, let's bring in Dan. Where is he? Yeah. Oh.
Hey.
Dan, there he is.
There he is. There's that handsome mug.
Yeah, and let's do our flippy with the phone, and we'll put it on the old tripod.
There we go.
Oh, gorgeous. How's the weather out there right now?
It is cold. I just had to put my hands in my pockets because I've been holding the phone forever.
All right.
Well, we know we're a good time, and we're, challenging to look at. So we want to introduce you to someone who really wants to meet you, who is actually the host of our show.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll give you a hint. Hey, Dan, I'm just a guy with a sword and a trident. I'm hanging out here in my office looking for something appropriate to hold while we chat. And this is what I found.
That's pretty cool.
It's about as weird as it gets.
Yeah.
I'm Mike Rowe. How are you?
Mike Rowe?
Yeah.
You Mike Rowe?
I'm him.
From Dirty Jobs?
Yes, sir.
Are you kidding me right now?
Hey, look, I'll put a hat on if it makes it easier for you. Now do you recognize me?
I'm blown away. Yes, I do, actually. How's it going, Mike?
Everything is great. Relax. You're not on Dirty Jobs. You're just, a part of this little documentary we're working on for Veterans Day. And my guys who you've been talking to have told me what you're doing up there in Maine. And I just think it's so awesome. I wanted to meet you personally.
I really appreciate that, Mike.
I've read up on you a little bit, but if I understand the chronology right, you came back, you were injured, sort of rebooted yourself, and now your project has gotten completely out of control.
Yeah, basically I got home and I was struggling to find purpose, and I found purpose through Operation Reboot by helping other veterans get out of their house and start the healing process of interacting with society again and becoming some kind of normalcy again. We do host a lot of internal Mainers that are veterans. There's 150,000 veterans in the state of Maine, highest per capita in the lower 48. And I think that's because of the healing power that the outdoors provides out here in nature in Maine.
Why is that so important?
I think it's important because we all signed up as volunteers to serve our country, not knowing what can happen to us and how it's going to change us, being broken down and changed to be these, I like what I call like Rambos, being taught how to be fearless and shut your emotions down. And then all of a sudden, no one teaches you how to turn it back on when you get out. You just bottle it up. A lot of us get scared, a lot of us shut down, a lot of us just want to hide, a lot of us just don't want to be here anymore. And the one common denominator that we're all missing is each other. And the only time that we find purpose when we all get together again and we have a mission, and that's why I say we go on hunting and fishing missions, because it brings that camaraderie, it gives everybody a job, it gives everybody something to do again. Operation Reboot Outdoors saved my life, I know that for a fact, and saved a lot of other veterans' lives.
You remind me so much of my friend. I wonder if you know him. His name's Travis Mills, and he has a foundation up there in Maine.
Yeah, I know Travis Mills. Yes, I don't know him personally, but there's a lot of guys who come through here, talk highly of Travis. And
I think that's so great. He was one of the few guys to come back and survive as a quadruple amputee. He's got all kinds of catchphrases he uses with the people who come up there. Do you have one that you use here?
No, I don't really. I don't have a catchphrase at all, to be honest with you. No, I don't, honestly. I never thought.
Well, you need one. You like reboot, assemble, or...
Oh, wow. Well, hey, wait a second. Somebody told you about the reboot assemble then.
I might have heard a rumor, Dan.
Okay, well, because every time I need a hand, I hate asking for help, but every now and again I get the courage up and I make a video and I jump out on my deck and I yell like Will Ferrell did in his movies, like, "Reboot assemble!" They just all show up from everywhere.
That's amazing. Well, how cool would it be if Operation Reboot Outdoors started popping up in different parts of the country? Is that part of the plan?
The plan right now is, with everybody working so hard here, that we're trying to concentrate on building a strong foundation and Am I allowed to swear? Am I allowed to swear?
It'd be weird if you didn't. And wait, what you're looking at is a Polaris Ranger Crew 1000. It's a side-by-side. Based on what we know about your organization, it sounded like your old one's falling apart around you. You're on a show called Returning the Favor. On this program, we try and find guys like you who are making a real difference around an issue that's near and dear to all of us. You're on our Veterans Day special. That's a gift from us to you. You got an amazing woman there behind you named Nicole, and you got an awful lot of support from an awful lot of people.
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. I don't know what to say.
Well, that's too bad, because this is the part of the show where you sum things up for us and make the rest of the country understand exactly what needs to happen in order to push back against this scourge of PTSD. And whatever words you want to choose, Dan, the floor is yours.
I just want to tell everybody in the United States of America that we don't want any pity. All we want to do is find some normalcy and be ourselves again. A lot of us struggle, and just don't ever give up on us. And if we push you away, if they open that door a little bit and you stick your foot in it, take the opportunity and do it, and you may save a veteran's life. And it's honestly my passion to help as many people as I can from here on until I die. And I'm just blown away at this right now. And I guess that's what I got to say, Mike. Thank you so much.
Dan Waite, you've done the ultimate dirty job. You're giving back in ways that humble us all. Please keep doing it. Please don't roll that thing over, but good luck out there with the bears and the deer and the turkeys. And give your wife a hug for us, man. We love you, and we're grateful for all you've done.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to shut that. I'm sorry, Mike. Thank you very much.
Go ahead. Off you go.
Jeez.
Oh, good.
Amazing.
Wow.
Good for you, Jacob and Sarah, for shining a light on this guy. I'm thrilled to have met him, and hopefully people will see this and give him the support he needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a huge part of it is just normalizing the conversation.
Yeah. Well, look, there's nothing normal about this, but if you have an idea for returning the favor, if you know somebody like Dan Waite, we want to know him. Go to the Returning the Favor Effect page. I don't know what effect means, but I'm really touched by this guy. All right, so I'm done. And by done, I mean there is nothing left for me to do on this Veterans Day but to thank all the men and women who have served our country, in particular those who have appeared on this program. There is no one in this nation or on this show more deserving of our collective gratitude than you, and I'm honored to have met and talked and laughed with each and every one of you. Thanks again for your service and for appearing on Returning the Favor. And happy Veterans Day.